Yesterday we see the basics of React and introduction of React. Then the code is generated automatically. Okay, so how we can remove those things. Then we understood those all the folder, what this node module is doing, public doing, source doing, what are the files and folders, what are they doing. Okay, so then we clean up the files, and finally we print some message in the browser, right? This is the things we do yesterday. So what I was talking, like, so we understand this thing. So now what you can do, so you already build the project yesterday, so now you will try to like just the main goal is to print hello world in the browser. Okay, so that's the main goal of today for you. Okay, so if you can try to do it, and if you face any problem, and I'm here also, no problem. Okay, so let me stop the share so that you can also give you a share permission.
Yesterday we did the commands, right? So
yeah, so npx create React app. Yeah, so create the project. So, yeah,
do I need to? No. So now I need to delete some things from node modules, right?
No, you don't need to actually delete from node modules. So what you need to do, like we have, if you just go in the public directory, the public, so we have lots of things, right? So we only need index.html, nothing else. So we can remove rest of the files.
So okay, yes. Can I select multiple?
Yes, just click on shift and then select multiple. Yeah.
Delete. Just index.html.
Yeah, just keep it that. Yeah. And now we need to clean things up. Let's go to the source letter first. Clean the index.html file first. So in index.html, yeah.
Right. So get rid of the
comments and other things. What we don't need. Yeah.
What, this one here, this manifest one?
We don't need it for now. You can remove it. Yeah.
And not this one here?
This one is for the Apple, actually, if you have icon. So you can also remove it for now. But yeah, you can keep it for the future. It's fine.
Right. And then all of this. But I got to keep the div.
Yes, we need that div only. That's the main thing.
This no script.
Yeah.
As a warning. Right.
Yeah,
okay. So keep that.
You can keep it. Yeah. Fine.
Okay. Saved.
Okay. So the index.html is fine. Now we need to remove everything from the source, and then we will create our own index.js file.
Oh, everything.
Yeah, you can delete everything.
So to here, right?
Yeah, just delete the source folder and then create the folder again.
Oh, sure. Right. Delete the source folder. Delete. Yes. And then create a new folder in
the root directory. Anywhere? Yeah, in the root directory. Yeah. So at the top.
Just here. Just click on this. Yeah.
No. That's the file. Not inside the public directory, it's outside the public directory. Okay, so you can click at the empty space, like then new folder. New folder.
And
no file, folder, not file,
sorry.
Folder. Yeah.
Folder, and I'll call it, I can just call it anything.
No, you need to call it source.
Okay, SLC, yep.
Okay, so now we can create our entry point like index.js file.
Index.js, right. Yep.
Okay, so now what we need. So why we need this index.js file? Can you remember? Do you remember?
Yeah, this is going to connect to this div. We're going to use this to interact with the div.
Yes.
So is it?
We know that. Yeah. So import
React from.
No. We don't need React. We need the React DOM. Yes.
Like this.
So import React DOM.
Done it wrong, haven't I?
Okay, so just this like should be DOM, like... this should be camel case, yeah, not.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
but with a capital at the beginning as well, right? Like this.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
is this okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh yeah.
Just taking some time to fix the things. Okay, now. Okay. So we need to call a function from this React DOM. What is the function
I remember. Name? So React DOM.render.
Yes. So there's the function name.
Function.
And it accepts 2 parameters. Yeah, nice. So first parameter is the some HTML what we want to render, and the second parameter is that element inside HTML.
Where it's going to link to the element, right?
Yeah.
So Document or get element by ID.
Yes.
Root, right?
Root.
Is it called
Yeah.
root?
Fine. Yes, it's true.
Yeah. So
Okay.
in this one, I can just
Give any HTML thing.
open it up like this, right? No,
Yes.
no.
You can take it into multiple line, no problem.
So I do an H1 tag?
Yeah, sure. And inside that you
Or a
write
div?
something.
Hello world.
Hello world, yeah. Okay,
Will
so
that work now?
yeah, it will work. You can try to run the app and check.
But
yeah, tell
oh,
me.
okay. So shall I just press Alt LO, or shall I press the command down here which opens the React app?
So what you are telling, like that was maybe live server. So you just need to run.
Yeah.
In that time, actually, you only run this index.html file. But now we are not actually running this index.html file. We are actually running this whole project. Okay. So as a development mode. Okay. If you just go to the package.json file, can you go to the package.json?
Yep.
Yeah. So you can see the start script here, line number 15. Okay. So it's telling that React script start. Okay. So as you can see, so React script will actually kind of somehow build this project and generate the HTML file that you need into your browser. Okay. So it will do it for you. And then it will start this command actually do the whole thing for you, and it will generate the HTML file you need. Okay. So whenever you run this thing, it will actually do the thing. But if you only run this index.html file, it will only run this index.html file. It will not run as a React project. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So you can
So
run
npm
this
start,
command.
yeah?
Yes. npm start.
Okay. npm start. And then it should open. Okay, it's taking some time.
Yeah, it's opening.
Is this my internet? Oh, there we go. Hello world.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it's fine.
Oh, nice. That's the first time I've that's the first time I've done that, actually. That's great.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so now what we need to do, so we need to actually separate this h1 into a different file. Okay, so using import and export and other things. So now we need to somehow like separate this in a hello world to a different file and then import it and put it over here. Okay.
So
create
like
a new file.
yesterday new file. Okay. In the src.
Yes. All the code should be go inside this src folder. Okay.
What kind of file should this one be?
Okay, so what I was telling yesterday, like
JS?
if you build something, if you write some HTML code in a file, that time you will give JSX, and if you're writing normal JavaScript, that time you will give JS. Okay.
So like app.js, something like this.
Yes, app.js is fine, but we are going to write actually here HTML thing, right? So that's why we'll give like app.jsx.
Oh, JSX.
Yes.
Right, JSX, like that. Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Is app a good name for it?
Okay, so usually the app, the name or all JSX files should we should keep like a capital A. The first letter is capital. Okay.
I see.
So this is the like normal convention.
Like this.
So this is the same thing. Like because of this, we can actually we can understand like this is a JSX file. Also, it's actually a file where we define our UI or some HTML. Okay. So this is how we actually easily understand that what this file is doing. Okay.
Okay.
So that's why
okay.
Yeah, it's fine. You can hit enter. And here we can create a variable and just put that HTML and then export it.
What should I call it?
Yeah, the same name as file name, app, capital A, double P.
Okay.
You can give the capital A.
Has to be capital. Okay.
Yes. The file name and the variable name inside, they should actually same becomes. If they are same, it's easy to read actually. Okay.
Right. Okay.
These are some like good practices. It will help actually to read your code in when you will build the very big project.
Yeah.
You can write.
So what am I writing here?
So you can write the simple Java HTML here.
Oh, I can sure it's JSX. I can just write HTML, right? So
the HTML and JSX are same. Yeah, a div, fine. And inside the div you can write anything.
Just do an H1 again.
You can call it like so you can go to hello from app, app.jsx, something like a message, any message. Yeah, fine.
See
So,
it from JSX, something like that.
yeah. Okay. So now we need to somehow take this app and put it inside this index.js. Okay. So
so I need to link.
yes.
I need to link this file to here.
Yes. Yes. What do you need to do? Do you remember?
I would know how to link it to an HTML file, but I'm not sure if I can.
Okay, so if you see in this app.js file,
I can't just put app here. It won't be linked, will it?
Yeah, no. You need to must link the file first. Then you need to
import.
Yes.
Import app from. Is it something like this?
Yes, it's something like that. But first, we need to export the thing from the app so that we can import it over here. Okay. So we need to this app variable which is containing this HTML, right? Let app. This is the variable name, right?
Yeah.
So this app should be available for any other file inside our project. Okay.
Do I have
We
to
need
give
to
it
make
an
it
ID?
available. Sorry. No. We
Give it
don't.
an ID.
No. We don't need to give an ID. Okay. Let me see in my screen. Okay. So you can stop share so that I can. Yeah. Okay. So let me show you over here. So can you see my screen?
Oh, right. Export default.
Yeah.
Right.
Just don't worry about that. Okay. Now this is your code right now. Okay. Okay. So now this is a variable, right? Normal variable. Like we can have const like ABC equal 1. So this is a variable. And so this is also a variable, right? So now let's say we will not be inside this app.jsx, but we want to access this app or ABC. Okay, this variable. So how will we will do that? So we will make these two variable available for other file. Okay. So for that, so we can, this is called exporting. So we are going to export from here, and anyone else from other file can import this thing, whatever we are exporting from here. Okay. So export are two types. So one is called named export. Another is called default export. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So what is named export? Named export is like export, then whatever you want to export. Let's say the ABC.
The variable.
Like this.
Right.
Okay. So this is called named export. Okay. So when you are exporting like this, that time actually you just can call this like this. Okay. So in that at the top. Okay.
Right.
You can directly export like this before this constant. Okay. Let's comment it over here. This is the named export and this is the default export. Okay, you can see export default here.
Okay. And default is just exports everything.
No. If export default is doing this app only, you can type the variable name over here as well as this. Okay.
Oh, it's the same. Right. It's the same. Okay.
The same thing, but distinguished between export, named export, and default export is you need to type default here. There is no default over here. Okay.
Right.
So this is the default export. This is the named export. And how we will import this thing? Let's say we are going to import it inside our index.js file. So if this is a default export, okay. So that time actually we import like this. So import default export.
Okay.
So you will type import, then something here. Okay. Then let's say put something. Then from, then you will give the path. Okay. So from where it's importing. Okay. And this something actually, so if this is a default export, that time actually you don't need to like it shouldn't be like app, the exact same thing. Okay. So you can put like my app or whatever you like. You can give any variable name. Okay. For the default export. But if you're doing like for the import for named export, that time actually you need to give like import, then second bracket, then from, and this should be from, and here the path, let's say some path, and here you need to give the exact same variable name as this named export. Okay. So you need to make sure that this ABC and this ABC is same, and there is like this curly braces. Okay. For the named export. Okay. And for the default export, you can give any name or give the same name. It's not a problem. Okay. And there is no curly braces over here. Okay. This is the two way of importing and exporting things. Okay.
Right.
So now you can try.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me stop the share.
Go to back to here. Export default. Like this.
No, first you need to think about that double dot or single dot. Okay, so first think about the dot. So where you are and where you
It's
need to
in the
go.
same
Level.
folder.
Yeah, same folder.
Same level.
So
2 dots.
no. When you need to go outside, that time with 2 dots. When you are in the same, that time is single dot.
Other side of the thing,
Yes.
right? Like that.
Yeah, fine.
Is it
Now,
okay like this?
yes, it's fine. And now you can actually use this app as like this H1 and H2. Okay. No,
Nice.
not this way, not this way, not this way. So
Oh,
that how you written the H1? Can you type it again? So this app will act as a HTML element now, the same as div and H1. Okay. So this app. Okay.
okay.
So the same way you write the div and the H1, you can write this app now inside this index.js file. Give the angle bracket at both sides. Okay.
Like this.
Yes. Now this has become
Oh,
something
right.
like an HTML element. Okay. So this is
Right,
in
right.
React, this is called component. Okay. So this app is a component now.
Okay.
That's why actually you can call like this way, like this app, yeah, using the angle bracket. Okay.
Nice. Right. Okay.
Yeah. Now you can
Cool.
see in the browser it's working or not.
Right. Where is it? Where's it gone? I thought I just opened it. So can I
Yes.
just go on npm start again?
No. It's maybe already running. So you can, yeah, it's already running. So
Oh, it's on Edge. Why is it on
yeah, so
Edge?
you can close the browser and open it in the new browser. So localhost colon 3000.
How?
Just copy the address localhost colon 3000.
Right.
Yeah, then close it and go to Chrome or any other browser, whatever you prefer. Yeah.
I don't see anything.
Okay. Then okay, so you can go to the code again. Let me see. What's the issue?
Is it? This is linked, right?
Yeah, it's linked. Go to app.jsx. App.jsx. Yeah. Okay. So let me see. Okay. So okay, so in the index.js file, go to index.js and just give it as variable, not that as HTML component. Okay, so just keep app instead of this angle bracket. Just remove the angle bracket and other things.
Just
Just
like
keep
this,
app.
yeah,
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. So let's try now.
There
Yeah,
you
it's
go.
working.
It's working.
Okay, so
Nice,
what was
nice.
the thing is that previously what we are doing, we are trying to use this as a component. Okay, but it was not actually a component. So there are some criteria to become a component. We are going to talk about that later. Okay, but for now,
Right.
this is just a variable. That's why we have some JSX over here inside the app. We just render it here. Okay, so this is not
Okay.
a component yet. We are going to build this as a component later. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so till now it's fine. If
Yeah,
you
nice. Yeah, it works.
you
Yeah,
can
it's good.
recheck that if there is any question, then I can try to solve the.
No. I understand. I understand what's happening. Definitely.
Okay.
It's, I just forgot to use this.
Yeah, it's fine. So this is
Command
the
here.
export, and you need to import it if you want to use this thing. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. You can stop the sharing, then we can start.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what was the next thing? Okay. So now, first we are going to initialize this project as a Git repository. Okay. So that we can push it into our GitHub. That's the first thing we will do. Okay. Then we are going for the next thing. Okay. So for doing that, so you can just right click over here and then reveal in the file explorer. Okay. Then go to your root directory where your all the node modules and all the files are available. Just open the folder where you have the project. Okay. So here we have already, as you can see, .git. And if you don't see this thing, it should be like this hidden items. Okay. So if you just click mark on this, you can see it's hidden, and then if you just check mark, it's available here. Okay, because it start with the .git. Okay, the dot file are automatically hidden file in the Windows. Okay, So
Right.
we unhide this file here, and this is this Git folder is automatically actually created by the npx create reactive. Okay, so that's why we want to remove this thing. So let's delete it. So it's deleted. Now we are going to initialize this project as our own Git repository. Okay.
Okay.
So for that, so we can open our terminal here. So we are inside our my app, as you can see here. And now we can type git init. Okay. So it's initialize an empty Git repository as this project. After that, we can type git add all and then git commit -m. And then we can say like clean up the project. Yeah, you can just write anything, whatever you like. Okay, so it's done. And after that, so if you want to push it into GitHub, then you need to go to github.com and we can create a new repository here from here and give it a name like React Beginners, and then keep it public and just create the repository. Okay. And now we have already done this thing, git init, and we already have this readme file, right? And we have done this commit also. And if you want to rename the branch name to main instead of master, currently we have master, you can do this line, but yeah, I prefer to keep it master. Okay. This -m mean actually the renaming the branch name. So git branch -m, then the new name of the current branch. And after that, we need to link this remote repository with our local repository. Okay. So for that, what you can do, we can type git remote add, then you need to give it a name. We are giving a name like called origin. Okay. You can give any name, but it's everybody is actually giving the name as origin. Okay. So GitHub is also suggesting here origin. Okay. So after that, you can copy this URL. Okay. Paste it over here using right click, and then you need to type git.git. Okay. Fine. So after that, you can just hit enter. And this is the thing it's actually showing over here, like git remote add origin. So you're adding this remote URL. Okay. And this is your URL as this thing, and then just put .git. Okay. So you will get this whole command. Fine. Okay. So after that, if you want to check that it's added or not successfully, you can do like git remote -v. Okay. So this command will actually show you that do you have any remote repository added in the local repository or not. Okay. Did you understand?
Yeah. Sure.
If you don't understand, I can repeat. You can tell me, no problem.
What does the V stand for? What is it?
Okay, so I'm not sure what the B stands for. Let me see. Actually, what B is doing, like, so let's say we are adding this URL as a remote repository here, right? So BU is going to actually list down all of the things, whatever you are added. Okay, so as you can see here, let's say we have added a remote repository called origin. We can actually make it another remote repository, let's say called origin 2. Okay, so now if you just do it again, now if you just go git remote -v, as you can see, we got origin and also origin 2. So it will actually list down all the remote repository. Fine.
Right. Okay. Yeah. All right.
And if you want to remove this origin 2 from here, we can do like this. Git remote, I think it's rm or remove, I'm not sure, let me try. So origin 2. So now let's try see the list again. As you can see, this is removing the things. So if you want to add the things, you will write git remote add, and if you want to remove the things, you will write git remote remove. Okay, then the name of the repository, the remote repository. So we had like origin and origin 2, so we had remove the origin 2 from here. Fine.
Yep.
Okay, so now we got our remote repository. Now we can actually push it into our GitHub. So you can git push -u origin. This is the name of the remote repository. Okay, the origin. And then we can say, yeah, git push -u origin, the branch name. Okay, the master. So this is the branch name. Fine. And then if you just hit enter, it should push it into your GitHub. Yeah, it's doing the thing. Now if you reload here, so it's done here. Okay, and also you can see the readme file is visible over here. Okay, fine.
Nice. All right, cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, fine. Okay, so now we can move forward. So yeah, okay, so now we need to understand what is component and other things. Okay, so we'll understand this thing. For that,
Mhm.
so what we can do, okay, so this is just a variable. We're going to convert it from variable to component. Okay, so component is nothing like a component, or we can say more specifically, React component is nothing but a function. Okay,
Right.
and which will return some JSX. Okay, so it must need to return some JSX. If you don't return the JSX from the function, that time it will not be a component. And if you return
Okay.
from a function a JSX, that time actually it will become a component. Okay, so let's try to create one here. So let's say our first component, and should I make like an using arrow function or just normal function? Which one do you prefer?
I mean, you can use arrow function if you want. I've been using it a lot recently.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay,
It's
fine.
just the same.
So this is our function, first function. Okay, and now
Mhm.
for the condition, it must need to return some JSX from here, from the function, right?
Mhm.
So we can write return, and then for writing the JSX, we can type diff, because this diff JSX means HTML. Okay, so we can
JSX,
type
right? I see.
HTML. Okay, so JSX and
Mm.
HTML are same thing. So we are returning some HTML from this function, right? So now
Okay.
this is a component, React component. Okay, fine.
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this was the previously the variable, and this is now a component. And now we can just cut this whole thing and just put it over here and remove this app. And instead of call it first name, we can call it app, and
Mhm.
then export it over here. Okay, and now we need to import it and go over here, and yeah, this should be. And also you can see, so we are default exporting right here,
Mhm.
and this
Mhm.
is capital A double P, and here we are giving only A, right?
Right.
So
It's wrong, right?
this will work or not? That's the question. My question to you.
No, it won't work. It's not the same. It has to be. You have to
It should be.
capitalize it in the index.js as well. Yeah,
It's fine now.
all of them in the parameter as well as a
Yeah.
parameter.
We'll talk about this thing later. But just tell me that import is okay or not.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. So you think
Yeah.
this is okay? But if we just do like this, or let's say my name or something like that, it will work.
Oh no, I mean, why would you? I would just use the same name.
No. I'm
To
just
the.
telling that will it work or not?
I don't think so. I hope not.
Okay. So it will work actually, because we are
Oh,
actually default exporting here. Okay.
I
So if
see. I see. Because
yeah.
right, because you have the
So
named
if
the
you
other
export as
version.
default, that time actually you can give any name over here. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So but the best practice is just give it the same name.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Sure.
But if you just export something from like this, export, let's say ABC, like one.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we need to make it constant.
Mhm.
Now if you just want to import this thing here, what do we need to write
You
here?
need the name. You need the actual name, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it needs to
so
be the same.
import something from dot abc dot app, and here we need to write what? ABC.
ABC. Yeah.
So it's fine now,
Yeah.
but this is an what type of export?
Named
Named
export.
export, right? So whenever we are doing the named export, we need to get all the things we are getting from this app inside a curly braces. Okay,
Oh
otherwise it will
shit!
become
Right. Yeah.
the
It's
both
got
will
to be in
become
curly
same, so the
braces.
JavaScript
Right.
will
I see.
confused, right? So if you just write here
Yeah.
like ABC, then these two lines will become
It won't
same,
work. I
right?
see.
Did you understand?
But look, yeah, but can I always just use the export default? Do I
Yes,
have
yes,
to
yes,
ever use the named
yes.
one? Because I don't really like it. I'd rather use export
Yeah,
default app,
I
to be
understand.
honest.
But sometimes what happens, in one file we have like multiple function. Okay, so that time
Mm.
actually we need to export if you
Oh,
need to
right.
export
So,
multiple things, that time actually you cannot use this export default. Export default will
okay.
only
I
allow
see.
you to export one thing. Okay, but you can
Right.
actually do it like multiple times, like this way. Named export can be
Right.
used multiple times. Okay, because we know that
Okay.
no one can actually import this thing without this actual name. Okay, but this could be like whatever he likes whenever he will import it. Okay.
All right.
So if you need to use export or named export, you can use it. If you don't, so you will use default export by default. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's remove this thing for now. From here also, and here the app. Let's try to run npm start. Okay, one thing I'll want to show you. So when if you just run npm start, actually it will open. In my case, it's open my this Chrome. In your case, it open your like what was the browser? I think Edge, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
everything
So
on my laptop seems to go to Microsoft Edge. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't really want it to, but
I
just
also don't know like how to fix the things, but there is a
right.
workaround. We can use that. Okay. So what do you need to do? So you need to go to your root project. Okay. So in the project folder, just create a file called .env. Okay. This file,
env.
and here
Right.
we will type capital browser BROWSER equal capital none. Okay.
Right. Wow.
If you just
Okay.
type this and let's close this thing and try to run the project again. Now let's see what happened. Close it. npm start. Now let's see that this browser is open automatically or not. Okay, as you can see, it's started, but the browser is not opened. Okay, so now we can actually go to this URL. As you can see, the local URL, localhost colon 3000. So you can just now open your whichever you
choose. Right. Right.
Okay, so you can just choose that thing. Okay, it's not
Nice.
okay. So its project is running, but I think now we need
Indeed.
to give like this way. Okay, so whenever it is a component, okay, that time actually you need to give like this way. Okay, fine.
Right.
And if you are this is a variable, that time you just put a variable name over here. Okay.
Okay.
Now fine, it's clear now.
Got it. Yeah. Component.
Okay.
Got it. Right.
So the how you will create a component. So a component should be a
It's a
function,
function.
and it should return JSX or HTML. Fine.
Yep.
So this is the two condition to create a component or React component. Okay. And it's also called actually React functional component. Okay. Because this is a function. You are creating the component using function. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So what? Okay, so there are another way to create the component. That was the older way. Okay, so previously there was if this functional component has actually very little feature. Okay, so that time people are using called class component. Okay, so nowadays we don't use actually class component. Okay, so in most of the cases, 99% cases, we will be using like this way. Okay.
Okay.
And if you want to see like how the class component look like, so we can go to the documentation. You can say React class component. Okay, this one, and let's copy this from here and let's create another file here. Okay, so give it a name like my class dot jsx, same thing. So we are creating another component here. Okay, so this time we will create an class component. You don't need to understand this is and like so properly. Actually, we will not use it. Just know that there is something called class component. Okay.
Okay.
So let me show you how we can do that. So we'll create a class, normal JavaScript class. Okay. So give it a name like same name as file name, and inside the file. So in the functional component, what was the condition? We need to return some JSX. Okay. And in the class component, the condition is we need to render the JSX here. Okay. So we will type render, and this is a function, and we just need to, I think, like this. So this we will type h1 hello from class component. Let me see. Yeah, so we need to return it also inside the render. So previously we were returning the JSX from the function or the component function. And then the class we need to return the JSX from this render function. Okay, that's the difference. And now if you want to use this thing, okay, so in the index.jsx file, so let's remove it for now and import my class from, it should be from my class, and let's use this. Okay, so this is the shorthand. Okay, self-closing.
Oh, I see. Right.
Okay, fine.
Close this
Okay,
stuff,
now
right,
if you
right.
just try to run, reload, it's telling what. So export default. Yeah, we didn't export it from here, right? This class. That's how it's showing that this he's not able to getting this thing. So let's export it. Default my class. Okay, so now if you just try to run, it's not working. Okay, so this is the first condition. Okay, the return JSX inside render. Okay, the second condition is you need to extend this. Okay, so you need to, this is your class, right? And React will give you something that will actually make this class as a component. Okay, so we need to import things from React, something. So import something from React, and this should be component. Okay, and if you just extend using the component, now if you just try, as you can see, hello from class component. Okay, so in, okay, let me just give you a recap. So, and the difference between class and functional component. So in the functional component, our only condition was, or not only, there should be two condition. The component should be function, a function. So we can write like a function. And the second thing is it must return some HTML or JSX. Okay, this is the condition to become a functional component. Okay, and for that to become a class component, there should be two conditions. First, you need to extend your class from React component. So this is the thing, right? So you're extending from here, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so I'll never have to use a class component ever,
No,
right?
you just need to understand this, because let's say you are working with a project that is already built, or let's say you are working with an existing project where old developers were working. Okay, so that means actually if you just see this code, if you don't understand, then you won't be able to work on that project, right? So that's actually you need to understand the code only. You just need to like remember or memorize the anything. Okay, so just understand how this thing is working. Okay.
Okay.
So let's say this is our component. So how this became a component? So if this is a class and it's extending a component which is importing from React, as you can see here, right? So this is fulfilling the first condition. And the second condition should be it should have a function called render, which will return JSX or HTML. Okay.
Right.
What we're doing here. So render is a function inside this class, and it is returning some HTML. Okay.
Okay.
Did you understand the difference between class component and functional component?
Yeah, one's a class, one's a function, and
Yeah.
and they have different requirements.
See, so do React component have to be capitalized? Yes, all component React component should be actually must be start with a capital letter. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, that was the issue. So yeah, so whenever you create a component, so this is a component. So how you will understand this is a component or this is just a regular function. So this should return JSX. If this is returning a JSX, that means it is a component. Okay. So and if this is a component, you must need to make it as a uppercase letter. Okay. And after that we can just use it like this. Okay, so it will work. And I think there should be another issue, another thing we can do, like let's say we just make it as small letter A. Okay, fine. And here when we're importing, we are making it capital letter, because this is an default export. We can name it whatever we like, right? And now if you just see, as you can see in the browser, I think it will work. As you can see, it's working. Okay, so the main thing is that whatever you're passing in this render, that should be in the capital letter. Okay,
capital, got it. Right.
so you need to make it somehow as a capital, but you can actually like give it as a lower letter. Okay, but instead of like doing in two way, it's better actually just do the same way, make everything as capital. Okay, fine. So yes, so today we can do up to this. If you are new to my channel, feel free to subscribe and press the bell icon to get notified for new videos. It will help me to grow. Also, it will encourage me to create more videos like this. So see you in the next video.